Grandpa's Jeep is going on the 3rd annual Katelynn Boren Memorial Ride with a group of friends on the West Rim Trail in Sand Hollow Off-Road Park near Hurricane, Utah. This first obstacle, I believe, is called the toll booth. I've tried it before and not made it before. Didn't make it this time either. Hung up on my belly, all 4 wheels in the air, rear bumper sitting on the sand. Had to get tugged out by my friends. Thanks, guys. Most of the big rigs made it up that one just fine. That's Katelynn Boren in his tricked out Cherokee up ahead of us, taking a shot at this really steep wall right here. I put a tire on that at a previous trip, but never made it up it.
Yeah. I put a tire on that one before.
Is that worth it?
After that little dance, Kevin decided to go around. We both went up this little bypass to the right. This obstacle is called Minlow's Choice. Pretty steep wall and fun climb. This is Steve Maxfield's big Dodge Durango trying to go up Minlow's Choice. Not really trying, he's doing it. This is an obstacle on a previous trip that I tried to go up and didn't make it. I tried it again this time. This didn't feel good, so I backed it on out. Give the others a chance at it. This well-built rig did a pretty good job on it. comes Steve's Durango. His son is driving it this time, and Steve's coaching him.
We're just going to play for a minute. We're just going to crawl it again. Come this way as you come up. Passenger. Yeah, passenger. Go back driver. Right there, slowly. Right there. Stay there. Stay right there. Just see if you can crawl. Come on. Back driver. Back driver. Driver.
A little bit of patience, and up they go. After watching them, and with a little encouragement from Steve and Kevin, I decided to take another crack at it.
Bump it there, it goes up. Driver.
This little obstacle here is called the V-notch.
What do you think when you see a big butt like that? Yeah. You should be able to wedge this right in there, don't you? Been up this one?
I don't remember that.
I got just a few inches to the right up on the wall. And that left front tire comes way up in the air. Slide adjustment. We're down and over it.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Another obstacle. This is Jared in his red XJ. This is a fairly stock rig. He's got locking axle in the back. The front is totally open. He did a great job this day getting that thing over stuff. This is David Adams in his green Jeep. If you ever watched Truck Night in America, last season you might have seen David in one of the episodes, and his green Jeep. Nice driving. Next up is John in his Toyota. John told me about the only thing Toyota left on this rig is the sheet metal. Steve's Durango. And here comes Grandpa's Jeep, making a run at it. This is just kind of typical trail stuff on the West Rim Trail there in Sand Hollow. Sometimes you'll hear it called Sand Mountain. If you're taking videos for Jeeps, you might turn that phone horizontal rather than vertical. I think this is my videographer Katelynn's first time doing an extensive videoing on a trip. She's 12. She did a great job. Just a steep little drop off. We'll show you several of the rigs and how they each handled this drop. Grandpa's Jeep coming down. John's Toyota. After this drop down, we were all parking for a lunch break. David coming down in the green Jeep. He decides to make this little climb off here to the side. You'll see more of this climb here after David makes it up. You'll see more of it in a minute while the rest of us try to do it. He makes it look pretty easy though. Finally, Steve's Durango coming down the drop. There's my shot at the climb up to the right. After watching David go up it, I thought I'd just walk right up it. Didn't happen. I don't know what it was. Something was kicking me over to the right up here at the top.
Big rock you're hitting behind you.
the rig. If I had that rig, I'd do that.
And then there was a big wall right in front of me there, so I couldn't keep going once I got up there, so I had to back down off of it again.
I did actually.
Keep trying to work my way to the left.
That looks like your old Jeep.
Sorry guys. Looking for a way to go out that way. That's what we can do. That thing's awesome. I love it. Yeah. I saw him when he came in up in the unloading area. I want to see that thing run. Perhaps 48. That's classic.
It was his grandpa's Jeep.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's
I'm going to cheat and cut some video out of the middle of this, but there was, to the left, there's kind of a rubble pile on that next shelf I'm trying to climb. The guys come up in there and chuck that rubble pile down and make it so I can. That rubble pile was stopping me from getting up that, so they moved it down and helped me get up it. And I came back down that same drop. With the thumbs up to my rock movers and my videographer. John in his Toyota. He didn't drive right up it, so it made me feel a little better about my struggles. And Kevin. Kevin actually ends up going a little bit to the right like I did. He's big enough though where I had to get around that wall. He just put a tire up on it. Went across. And just for good measure, he turned around and came back down that same spot. This tight little spot right here, I believe, is called the Squeeze. Several of the bigger rigs went around on the bypass. They had a hard time getting through there, but for us, not even close to the wall. This obstacle here is a pretty famous one called the Wall of Doom. Kevin told us that he'd never been able to drive up this thing before. I was looking at it thinking I might try it. And Kevin was doomed by the Wall of Doom. We got him back on his tires though, and off we went. I decided to take the bypass. This is just a little bit to the left of the Wall of Doom. It's no cakewalk in itself, but not too bad. We went right up it. Just a couple other little fun climbs. This was a tight little spot. We didn't have any trouble getting through, but Jason in his XJ
Great, right there.
got a little bit of red rock pinstriping right there on his rear quarter panel.
Did you already have them on this side, or was it the other side? Oh, they kissed it right here. What's our badges of honor?
John had to really finesse his Toyota through there. This is a fun spot, kind of a steep climb up over the top of a rock. About the same amount of steepness on the other side when we drop back off. If Jason could keep all four tires on his XJ on the rocks, he was able to get up most everything. this last little climb while I'm climbing up towards where Kevin stopped. The rest of the guys are looking at Kevin's Jeep and finding out that he has a broken shock. It probably got broken when he dumped it on its side. So we headed back with a little tag in the sand dunes on the way down the hill. A really fun day in Sand Hollow. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Thanks to the Boren family for including us in their memorial ride. And especially thanks to Katelynn for being my trail partner and my videographer.